What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Game Channel. My name's AJ Gels. How y'all doing? Just woke up. Thought I'd play some Sifu to get myself ready to do some other stuff. I don't know.
I warned you, asshole.
I was gonna do my my weekly show first thing in the morning today, but you know what? I really didn't record a lot over the weekend, or at least my weekend. Given the business I work in, you know, our busy time is Friday, Saturday, so my my off days are during the week. So take that however you will. So yeah, I didn't get a lot recorded. Spent some time with the family. You know, had fun. Played a lot of Ghostwire Tokyo. But, you know, I gotta update some other series, so I'm gonna spend today recording. And then probably do the weekly show tomorrow. Not a lot's going on. You know, I am planning on laughing at the fact that I think EA is working on a new Battlefield game already. I mean, after the disaster that was Battlefield 2042, they're already working on something new for that franchise. That's great. No, I think I also saw an image for a new Witcher game. Apparently, CD Projekt Red has confirmed that the image is a lynx. It's a Witcher medallion of a lynx in the snow. I'm trying to remember what series medallion was, because her medallion, I'm not sure if it's just a different kind of looking wolf, but because it's not exactly like Geralt's and all the other Witchers of the School of the Wolf. It's close, but not exactly. So it's either her medallion or it's something entirely new. I do not know what CD Projekt's going to do, if they're going to make future Witcher games starring Ciri, which I'd totally be on board with. I've really wondered what they were going to do with that franchise, seeing that they said, you know, Geralt's time is done, which I'm good with that. You know, he's let the Witcher rest and hang out with Triss, his true love. Hashtag Team Triss. Yeah, so I'm totally on board with Geralt kind of having his time in the sunset and everything in the franchise moving on to a new hero. So, you know, I mean, I think it's possible that they let Ciri take over the franchise. I mean, it would make sense that, you know, sorry, I'll continue this in just a moment.
Put that down. Insane.
And kept myself alive. So I lost my train of thought. Oh, right, yeah. Like I was saying, I'm totally cool with Geralt kind of moving on. So, you know, my question is, you know, is oh my god. can't believe I took that death. So, you know, my question is Siri going to kind of take over the franchise? Or is, or are they gonna kind of do what,
You forget how to fight?
what Avalanche and Warner Brothers and all of them are doing with Hogwarts Legacy? You know, are they gonna be kind of moving on and trying to do their own thing within the world of The Witcher? You know, so are they going to be kind of like, I mean, not saying that, The Witcher has, from its inception, has moved beyond the books. I mean, because, you know, the video games pick up where the book series ends. But I always kind of thought if they do it, it would be kind of like maybe young Vesemir. I think that would be really cool. You know, see the Witchers of old, or maybe Haskell or Lambert, you know, do one of their stories while Geralt's off saving the world. You know, we just see them on the path being Witchers. I thought that, you know, I've always thought that would be pretty cool. Yeah, I don't know. I'm just kind of spitballing. Did I forget to do a... Come on, I don't want to... Yeah, I forgot to do a dragon statue. Give me a second, guys. I'm going to restart this level and I'll yeah, do it correctly this time. And we're back. Alright, I got that second dragon statue, and I also made sure not to die this time. So, there we go. We're going in 0 deaths. You know, like I was saying earlier, though, I was talking about future Witcher titles. But yeah, I kind of figured that maybe they'd go into the past, kind of like what Hogwarts Legacy's doing, where it's going to the past of the book series, or, you know, it's gonna do something like that. I mean, it's still possible if Ciri isn't gonna continue on the franchise, because like I said, I looked at the picture that was released a while ago. I haven't looked at it very recently, so I have to do another kind of look at it to see if I was right and that the medallion was Ciri's. Although I feel like if it was Ciri's, they'd say it was Ciri's instead of just going, oh, it's a lynx. So, I don't know. I mean, maybe it's going to be another Witcher school out in some totally different location. Wow. When was the last time I died to Fajar? Fajar? I always forget his name wrong. So, you know, I mean, that's another possibility. I like that idea, too. No, I like the idea of that maybe it's a totally different Witcher school in a totally different part of the world. And got him.
I have spent 8 long years preparing for this.
little disappointed in myself that I still took a death there, but you know. I don't know if I'm slipping or if I'm trying to get a little too tricky with it. Yeah, I just noticed this while I was scrolling through the different locations and the different levels in this game. But if you notice the candle that's right next to the digital clock, right there when you're looking out the window, the candle, as the levels go on, actually starts to melt and eventually blows out by the last one. I'm surprised it took me this many videos to figure that out or notice it, but I don't know. I think it's cool.
Crush you. Not so tough after all.
Stop hitting me. That's my job. There we go. Keep me alive. Oh my god. I'm very disappointed in myself. There we go. Get myself another focus bar. And come over here. Through here, through this door. Beat these guys up.
I pity you. No freaking way. Oh man.
Oh shit. should not have used that. Well, you know what? I got most of that focus back. I thought my focus would come back to me a lot slower than that if I used that move on that guy.
Step forward. You're about to be tested.
Blah, 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 blah. Open the gate.
I'm waiting for you. You shall not fear death. Can't keep. No freaking way.
Yeah, not happy about you.
Loser, a thief.
This battle isn't over yet.
Hitting me with my my own
Fast
pipe.
learner. Pathetic. You can barely keep up. Pick up your weapon, as you wish.
Okay, now comes probably my two least favorite enemies in this whole game. I think it's because these two I'm probably so inconsistent on. There are times that I can take them down no problem, and then there's times I get my ass handed to me. And ass kicked.
You impress me.
Come on, wake up!
Alright. Not bad. Still only 23. I think the youngest right now that I've ever gotten to the museum was 23, so we're not doing too bad. Not doing great, but... That's so cool. I didn't realize I get a bat after I
You're almost as
break a
big
staff
as
in
I
half. I mean, it makes
thought
sense.
he was unchallenged at that old bastard's school. Who are you?
A ghost from the past. Here to put an end to this sideshow.
You picked the wrong person to haunt.
Come on, the hope is still alive. All right, you know what? Not bad. I'm still going into the museum at my youngest age, or at least tied at the youngest age that I've ever gone into the museum. Sorry, holding back a burp there. That was gross. So I'm really not behind at all when it comes to the age of my character. So yeah, I'm not behind. I'm doing pretty well.
Eyes on the target in the atrium. Everyone get into position.
It was foolish of you to come here.
We can't keep up!
Yeah, usually I'd take the knife in there to fight her, but I'm feeling a lot more comfortable with the bat. Trying to think. I think the youngest I've ever gotten to the next level is 32. So I think usually I jump up 9 lives in this against Kuroki, I believe is her name. Holy hell, I missed. God damn it. I can't get my timing down right on that that spin. I still usually take a hit or two in there.
To death itself.
Here it comes. Damn it. Okay, okay. Breathe, AJ, breathe. Alright, I escaped the first stage with only one death.
You should have run when she gave you the chance. Try and keep up. Die slowly. That's enough!
Run. Okay, took a...
This is where you die.
I am so close. I can taste this. No! Oh, I knew I was gonna fuck up that dodge.
I have no issues killing you 100 times over.
If I would have made that dodge, man, I could have gone in at 24. Excuse me while I open my beverage. It's fine though. 25, that's still my youngest age ever at this point. I'm a little surprised with myself. I was actually able to get a kill on Fajar. I actually died against him, which is something that I still haven't... I always think it's through there, which is something I haven't done in a long time. So, I die against Fajar. I get a pretty good run against Sean. And then, boom, I take out Kuroki with barely any deaths. I'm pretty happy with that.
Welcome, sir. She's waiting for you.
Yeah, forgive me if I don't take that elevator. Alright, let's dance.
Target located. No freaking way!
Insane!
It's not until you start using the bladed weapons in this game that you really kind of notice, oh, we've been killing a lot of people in this game, haven't we?
The Guardians. This made-up order who kept for themselves what belongs to the people. What the?
Yeah, I really don't care. Wait a minute, where'd my knife go? Oh, what? The game stole my knife. Oh, that's bull.
Target. Oh, fucking way. Drop the weapon, sir.
No way! Drop it! Are you nervous?
Nope, I just had to take one E out so I could take the other. I didn't want to fight a strong man and a kicky chick. I really don't have... I need to come up with better names for these enemies. The long and short of it was, I didn't want to fight both of you at once.
To each crime, its punishment. And to each punishment, its weapon.
My father never did anything wrong.
He should have done better.
Yeah, I love how if you time it right with the knives, you can get a pretty sweet instant kill. Well, either way, I mean, you still think, even if he should have done better, he deserved to be killed by his own son? Some would say that's a cheap revelation to drop at the end of the game. But I mean, I think it makes sense. You know, I mean, the kung fu sort of, I'm not going to say a trope, because I don't know my kung fu movies that well. But, you know, the two brothers are the disciples of their master father. You know, one brother, or the older brother, whatever, kills the master, and then it's the younger brother who declares revenge. You know, I mean, that's pretty normal. If you ever read, oh, I always forget the full name of the manga, but it's the manga Tough. I hate this lady. But yeah, the manga, it's Tekoda something tough or whatever. That was the original series. Then there was the sequel series that I think was just called Tough. But yeah, that one, it was about Kiichi Miyazawa. Either way, if you're into manga, you haven't specifically like martial arts or kung fu manga, check it out. It's a pretty good series. It's got good characters and everything. You know, the ending. God, I take so many deaths just trying to close the freaking distance. But either way, I mean, that was kind of the... Like I was saying, the, technically that series wasn't the...
Something wrong?
What was I saying? That series technically... I was hoping that would work. Wasn't the older brother killing the master who was their father. It was there were 3 Miyazawa brothers, and Kiryu ended up killing the oldest, Sano, I believe was his name. You know, the youngest brother didn't declare vengeance, or didn't declare vengeance, but he'd take it if he could. I don't know. Good series. Check it out. You know, I always forget this lady only has one arm. Alright, you know what? The fact that we're only just now hitting 30
selfish quest for
Yep. I knew that next one was coming as soon as I got stunned.
I'll destroy you in your selfish quest for vengeance.
I don't know why I think that is probably one of the most brutal kills. Just him, you know, you see the look of terror, the rope wrap around her neck, and just the at the end. It's awesome. And I got a comment from Face for a Skull, longtime viewer. I think it was last video. It was either last video or the one before, but I'm pretty sure it was last video. And he said something very funny to me. The whole how we kind of realized that I'm kind of sitting here going, this whole thing's going to wind up being one of those like revenge is bad kind of stories. And he was I'm not sure if he thought I was going to start making comparisons to The Last of Us 2, because that was another game that did the same, very similar kind of story. Even though I think The Last of Us 2 did it like trash, and this game has done it at least okay. I mean, this game really does not have much in the way of exposition, or really dialogue. What's there is not bad. It's just, it doesn't have a lot.
Greetings. Can I help you, sir?
Where's Yang?
He's in his office, meditating. It's the highest building. Just keep going up.
But yeah, what's in this game is by no means bad. I'm gonna come in here and fight these guys. Just to get the dragon statue. You know, I mean, but this game, instead of doing, narrative or thematic progression through dialogue and narrative, it does it through visuals. Yeah, usually it's not my favorite thing to see, i.e. the Dark Souls franchise. Or any FromSoft game. But, you know what? It works for this game. This game is very stylized. It is very... I'm trying to think what I want. Do I want structure gain, unsuccessful avoid, or work on... You know what? No. Yeah, I'm not going to need the third focus bar. So let's... take increased structure. Or, yeah. What was I saying? Oh, right. How this game... Yeah, this game really doesn't do a lot through narrative and dialogue and whatnot. So I think what it does do, it does well. It does... It's not trying to tell some complex lore or whatever that, in my opinion, the Dark Souls franchise has always tried to do. It's like, hey, look, we've got this...
Any regrets now?
You know, we've got this super deep history and lore in this world. Yeah, that's great. Hey, could you maybe tell me some of that lore instead of having me have to read all these documents and figure it out through... And I'm sure this is where, through just context clues, I guess, in the world. And I guess this is where people would tell me, oh, AJ, you don't like subtlety. No, I don't mind subtlety. I think there's subtlety, and then there's just, you're being an ass. And in my opinion, Dark Souls passes that line. This game doesn't. If you want to say, oh, AJ, you just don't understand, fine. You don't have to agree with me. And I'm not trying to say you can't like Dark Souls. I'm not trying to get into that whole argument that so many people are getting in. Oh, well, granted, Horizon Zero Dawn, the developers and Sony were getting a little butthurt about Elden Ring. But as far as gamers go, I do not care. You want to like Souls games and Elden Ring and whatever? Hey, man, more power to you. I do not care. I have constantly said those games are just not my cup of tea. They're not for me. They're for the fans and anyone who wants to get into them. Jesus. Go down. But yeah, like I was saying, I'm, around on this channel, I'm not going to give you shit for being fans of that game. There's very few games that I will give people shit for being fans of. I can't even think of any offhand. So now that that's out of the way, I do think this game has done its subtlety well, but it's easier to do subtlety well when you're not being that complex when you're not having that complex of a narrative. Again, it's the burning out candle, the fact that he's getting older and more pensive as the game goes on. The color palette starts going from this kind of comic booky, kind of very bright, vibrant color to this almost not dull and muted palette, but still it's getting a lot more dim as the sky's becoming more overcast, and at least that's how I'm reading it. I could be completely wrong here, but I like I said, I think this game does subtlety and its visual clues very well. It's not a super complex thing that it's trying to convey, but it does it well.
Time has passed since the day.
And kind of on that whole thing with with The Last of Us. Look, it just, God damn it, Naughty Dog really pissed me off with that game.
8 years. Come on. Don't insult me with that move. Come on. Try harder, you fool.
I'm still trying to figure out what the best way to approach him is.
After 8 years of training. Come on.
Yeah, but kind of going back to what I was talking about with The Last of Us 2. The Last of Us 2 had so much opportunity to set up its sort of revenge is bad storyline. It had so much opportunity to try and talk about these deep themes and whatnot. And for a game that is so heavily focused on narrative, like The Last of Us, you'd think, hey, you do it, but it was so focused on doing other really shitty stories, the fact that I think the game would have been much better if it either focused on Ellie or focused on Abby. Either one I could have gotten behind if you did it well. The problem was they didn't do either well. They wanted to show Ellie as being so emotionally damaged and all this, but at the same time wouldn't show her truly going super violent. You see her maybe go do it once. I always bring up that time in the hospital when she kills that chick, where, you know, it's really the lighting goes completely dark and you're pressing the button, the camera keeps shaking, you're smashing her in the head with a pipe. I mean, it is a dark scene. It's a very well done dark scene. It's just the game doesn't have a lot other of those. I don't know why I can't dodge that. I know what I have to do. I know how to dodge it, and I cannot pull it off. Because I don't know, my reflexes are just fucked.
Do better. Try harder.
You never worked hard enough when you were young. I can see nothing has changed.
So yeah, either way, the point I'm trying to get at is that I think this game does its subtlety well, while The Last of Us doesn't, even though they tell similar type. Their stories are set around similar themes. At least, again, in my opinion, this game's gonna have that whole revenge isn't the answer, it is the way of the warrior to spare his greatest foe, blah, 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 blah.
I've saved so many lives since taking your father's. You won't accept that. You are blinded by vengeance.
Come on. Try harder, you fool. Do better. Try harder. 8 years. Come on.
I really do not like how they took away our focus bar for this fight. I get why they did it. It makes sense.
Try harder. Do better. Try harder.
Pathetic.
You know what I mean? It makes sense. They're both, you know, masters of their school. The focus bar is the really hard-hitting moves. It makes sense why those wouldn't work against him. It's just a bit of a pain in the ass that those are the moves that we can use to get some breathing room against bosses, get some work on their structure gauge, get things to move along, but we don't get that against this guy.
Do better. Try harder.
Yep, there it is. Alright guys, I think that's gonna about do it for this one. I want to say as always, thank you so much for watching. Social media can be found down in the description below. Please remember to like, comment if not already. Please subscribe to the channel. Next video, I think we might just start here at the Sanctuary, and I'll look up for some tips, just kind of like I did against Kuroki, and see if there's some sort of trick to this one that I'm missing. But either way, we're going to call it here. Thanks for watching as always, and until next time, my name's AJ Gels, the Son of the Game Channel. I'm out.